So yeah, sorry for all the noise. Just a second. So we got Psycho Goreman. What a wild movie. Oh, goodness gracious. Now, one of the funny things is that this movie was probably about as gory as a Kamen Rider, or if you ever seen the old Guyver movie, it was like that. So it had like some of the spew, but it wasn't too over the top. But basically, the quick premise is that this movie is about an alien who was super evil or whatever. He got trapped on Earth. He got locked away because he was like he found a gem, and he was just super evil. But yet it's like, which evil is the evil? Because then they had like these people go after him and stuff, and it's just this crazy adventure. And the crazy ball, freaking great. If you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's like this weird sport that the girl made up. And you have like, and it was also funny because Psycho Goreman could never remember the brother's name. That was a great running joke. But the little girl, I think it was like Millie or whatever, she was like, it was interesting because she was not normal. She was like, as a person, she was not a well-adjusted person. All I gotta say is watch the prayer scene when she does a prayer. Like, it's crazy. Now, I'm gonna keep this kind of light spoiler, and also just kind of talk about the film because I've never seen the actors before. I think outside of the dad, but everyone else I've never seen before. Like, I know the one girl, her name was like Johan. So I think they might be like Swedish or some, or European of some sort, because sometimes you would see them talk, and it was like, sometimes it was voiceover, sometimes they were speaking. But it was crazy just to see this whole movie pan out. First off, it was funny. It was all around just hilarious, because Psycho Goreman was like not really interested in what was going on. He wanted to do what he wanted to do, which is what he's been doing. What they did to the one kid, I think his name was like Ashland. No. His name was not Alucard. It's a name. Why can't I remember his name all of a sudden? And it's a actual like name to like something I like too. Aerotech, no. Alistair. I think it was Alistair. The movie itself is what they do to him, and like Goreman has all these crazy powers, and like I said, this is gonna be a little light spoilery, but you know, it is what it is. One of the funniest things too is like he has a move that puts the penance stare to shame. If you were into Ghost Rider, it was like, whoa, bro, this is kind of terrible. And how he really hates people. And the movie had great pacing. How they told the stories with the aliens, like they made him feel like a big deal, and the different stuff that he kept dealing with, because the reason why the girl had control over him was because she owned the stone, and the family was just jacked up. If you see what the dad was, it was like, wow, you're really not a good dad. And it was like the simplest little thing. The dad was like, he's done every time. It was also funny because the mom, it's one of those situations where you're like, how did the mom end up with this guy and stay with this guy this long? And it's not that he's terrible in the sense like he's abusive or something. He's terrible in the sense of responsibilities. And there was some funny stuff in there. Like how the dad would like avoid things. And Psycho Goreman was like no joke when it came to anything. When he had the chance or the opportunity to put a hurting on something or to do something, he really did it. And it was funny because they made no bones about how wicked this dude was. One of my favorite scenes in the film, someone said something to him and he's like, oh, really? And I'm like, whoa, I didn't expect you to do that. This movie has a twisted heart. It's a very dark humor comedy. It's very darkly twisted on what they're doing and how things are going. And when you see who's opposing Psycho Goreman, it also makes you question, like, okay, which is the worst or what's bad and things. But also, too, when they do the thing with there's a lesson to be learned in the movie, and the lesson was hilarious because Psycho Goreman took the lesson and went with it, and it was like, that's how you interpreted the lesson? It was fun. It was funny. If you like black humor or dark humor, and if you also are okay, the movie definitely had violence, but it was a good balance. It wasn't like super duper gory, but it was gory at the same time. Like I said, if you ever watch like Kamen Rider, the Japanese version, not like Mask Rider, but actual Kamen Rider, it felt kind of like that. And it was, and really the kids were interesting. Like the kids were very interesting because that daughter, the way she handled stuff, I'm like, yo, do y'all got control over this kid? Because she didn't care who she talked to, whatever. And like, she was wild. And I was like, and Psycho Goreman didn't even like her all the time because she was like, I don't care. And someone would tell her something, she's like, no, I do what I want. And the brother went along with it. And it was kind of one of those things where it's like, is she? What's going on with this kid? She's off her rocker. But there was a lot of fun with some of the stuff they were doing. What is it? The special effects were very good. I feel for that dude that was in that Goreman suit. It looked great, but I was like, bro, that looks like that was some prosthetics. They had some very interesting characters throughout the movie. The council was funny. The movie itself, like I said, because I'm really trying to avoid any spoilers. So simply put is this. If you like dark humor, you don't mind a little cartoonish violence, an actual pretty flowy story, and just a good fun time with a weird movie. One of those unique, different types of movies that you don't always see. You can't go wrong with Psycho Goreman. I would say at least give it a shot if you like off the beaten path kind of films, like the weird Japanese films like Machine Girl or what was the name of that other one? Ochibara or Anikabara. I'm saying the name wrong. It was a video game where she's like a samurai, but the one girl also has a double barrel, but it shoots like consistently. They kill zombies. They actually had like 2 movies out of it, but it's also a game. I'll put it on the screen. I'm not saying it's like Anichibara Bikini thing, like off the beaten path movies like that. Then I think this movie might be up your alley. Like I said, not your typical, or like Ichi the Killer, like that movie. It's not to the same degree, but it's in that same wheelhouse. So, real quick before it's all said and done, my rating on Psycho Goreman is definitely a should buy. I had a blast watching this movie. So, if you watch Psycho Goreman, tell me what you think. I feel like if I say anything, I feel like I'm spoiling it, because even watching the trailer, it just, I'm like, I feel like I'm spoiling it. So that's why I'm giving you this roundabouts and just kind of talking about my feelings more about it. So, but tell me what you think. You know, how I keep it spoiler free in the comments, because a lot of people don't know, and the trailer did a good job of selling you the movie without telling you a lot. This is the Geek Protagonist. You stay safe, you stay healthy, you stay real, and I'll see you.